새벽 4시 5분이 막 지나고 있습니다. 어제 뉴욕타임즈입니다. 뉴욕타임즈는 토요일 날도 보기 때문에 보니까 이 토요일 날 나오는 이 주말판이 24쪽에 까지 있는 뉴욕에 한 보따리가 이렇게 오는데 갖춘 것 중 한번 읽겠습니다. 대개 어떤 것들이 나오는지, 그 다음에 더 제가 심층으로 읽어야 할 것은 스크랩을 해서 반복이 되고 그렇습니다. 자, 오늘 Cindy Sherman's defiance and goofiness. I'm not going to go into this aging process silently or happily. Opera in New York taps its endowment to keep singing. Gelb said that the Met obviously can't make a habit of dipping into its endowment, but that the withdrawal would help the company while ticket revenues recover and as it wait for expected donation. South Africa and the moral conscious. For many, their nation's charge of genocide against Israel evoke the ideal of the anti-apartheid struggle. In one city, two sides of China's economy. Hefei lead the country in electric vehicles, but housing there is in crisis. A way of life melting away, rising temperatures and retreating glaciers are forcing Swiss farmers to adapt. Defiance and goofiness in an aging process. The artist Cindy Sherman emerges from a slump with a vivid network. Swiss city opera Japan year-round, often overshadowed. This banking hub features world-class museums, music, and plenty of seasonal activities. Make your way up the Langstrasse to the relatively new Stereo, a bar that plays vinyl records over a high-fidelity sound system. Time runs short in hunt for the disappeared. Another violent abduction in Mexico is a fresh wound for those seeking relatives. We are left with the question now, when are they going to come for me and take me away? Indeed, intended salve for unnecessary past reopens French wounds. They want to pay homage to people who were enslaved, but they are putting up the names of people liberated by the Republic, said M. Director of the International Research Center for Slavery and Post-Slavery in Paris. An Olympic dream falters amid shifting rules. Track and field's decision to bar intersex athlete raise a question of fairness. They are destroying our talent and our dignity. I was given this talent by God, and I'm using it the way it is. Fashion. Start to go shopping at Paris at the culture. Even up the red carpet, culture is having something of a movie moment. U.S. keeps the eye out for signs of aggression by North Korea. Washington. North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un could take some form of lethal military action against South Korea in the coming months after having shifted to a policy of open hostility, U.S. officials say. 북한 뉴스가 나오는만. Gaza's day after seems ever more distant. Analysts see danger in the notion of a clear shift from war to peace. The war aims of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu seem increasingly contradictory as casualties mount. Retreat of Swiss glaciers disrupt the tradition. The country's biggest glaciers are projected to shrink at least 68% by the end of the century. Making a musical about the alcoholism. He has been sober for 19 years, he said, tearing up in a video interview. A search for the superstar of yore. Ivo Van Hope's staging of the 70s musical about Jesus is mostly mystifying. In fairness, the weakness here is the material, not the performance. What we paid for living out our dream. In America, a couple from Bangladesh found intimacy nearly unattainable. I thought that if I were to die suddenly, it would be fine. This happiness would never end. May someone in AA write about others in her group? Looseness and luck-fueled Trump's wins. 2 early victories essential for a candidate who faces the threat of imprisonment. Advisors to Donald J. Trump were stunned that no lessons had apparently been learned from the 2016 campaign. And the money kept coming. Bill tying Ukraine aid to border falters. Former President exert increasing influence as the nomination approaches. Mr. Trump's allies in Congress are clamoring for their colleagues to consider him the party's leader and fall in line with his policies. She goes there, her rival's age. Why stoop to bullying? Well, he's been doing it enthusiastically for years. Challenge's choices are go hard or go home. A look at the risky path before Nikki Haley as a presidential campaign sags. First came comedy, now there's the notoriety. In a new limited series, Sophia plays a real-life Colombian drug kingpin. For over half a decade, She was the fun-loving mother on Modern Family. The bard of African-American psyches, Chester was more than just a great black crime fiction novelist. A broad panoply of feelings, ideas, and emotion integral to the black experience in America. By the book, How Did You Enjoy Working on Sex? A Bonkers History for British Television. It was a riot. Distillation of China's economy. Hefei has a clear understanding of local industries. The government-led investment fund is tailored to companies' needs. European bank had reached a quick retreat on rate, and this could undermine efforts to restrain the economy and slow inflation. Her mission, equity in cannabis industry. Navy veteran fight for racial justice in a changing landscape. Wanda James is on a mission to empower entrepreneurs from communities harmed by disparities in marijuana arrest. And China's market stumble, Japan's at the rise, reversal in perception by investors bring influx of cash and propels at the Nikkei. Japan has for 10 years been working on creating a more productive corporate environment. Court rulings could shape the crypto's future in the U.S. Federal judges weighing whether currencies are subject to financial rules. There are issues that have a potential implication for huge swaths of the economy. A pair of prose and a passion. The musical days of Wine and Roses had stars who nurtured it for a decade. It is a partnership like no other that I've had in the creation of something on stage. A chestnut stuck in time, nostalgia, stymies fusion, the legacy and unfulfilled promise of the Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue Leaf, a jazz musician, distinctly ambivalent. Sampling on eras of black music without embracing its heart, soul, and swing. South Africa's moral conscience in a genocide case. Bobby is bad. There, I said it. There's a crucial difference between liking the idea of a movie and liking the movie itself. The victorious, censorious, malicious Donald Trump. He won New Hampshire and showed up exactly who he is. A gigantic geopolitical struggle is underway. The Ukraine and Gaza wars aren't about only Ukraine and Gaza. There is no ordinary moment in world affairs. International homes, Victorian, but with a modern twist. An Australian couple restored their home for contemporary and comfortable living. For a child's room, controlled clutter. They may have a lot of stuff. A good plan for storage helps manage the abundance. Science lab. Our rodent cell pies ourselves rats with a human-like trait. It was not a novel question, but it led Mr. L to a surprising place. Before long, he found himself building what was, in essence, a photo booth for rats.